Hello, my name is Matt, also known as Alpine. We are in the city of Sequoia, working on some housing templates to fill out this giant liminal space. But this video is about designing a tree, which I would like to put in the front yard of this house. This house is not in this video. This will be in a future video. So, to build a tree, I don't want to build something enormous. I would like it to be about this tall, maybe 1 block taller, just so that it covers this section right here. It goes up to about right here, maybe up to this block here. So I don't want to make it too heavy. I don't want to use any sort of log because, of course, that's going to be giant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use spruce fences and this pallet right here. Am I going to use this whole pallet? Probably not, considering this tree is quite small. So what I've done so far, I have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks up just with the spruce fence. Likely I'm going to pull this back down, but I'm just going up 6 like this. I am also using Axiom, so if I press and hold left alt, I have the Tinker, no updates, and force place on. You don't necessarily need Axiom, but I am going to use it so that I can do stuff like this. Bring that out like that. Click it. I don't know, makes it look a little bit cooler. So I'm just going to use the tools to my advantage. So you bring this up here, add a couple kind of off to the side. And then I added this one right there. So next what I am going to do is take the oak leaves right here. And just for now, I'm going to roughly get a shape of this tree. Now I'm just adding them on the top and a little bit on the bottom as well, right there, just to start. And again, it's not actually going to look like this when it's done, but we are just framing it out. Now, the way that I do this, I just kind of float around the tree. And right here, you have a lot of foliage. You have a lot of that greenery. And over here, you can see the trunk. So I'm just going to add a little bit. Now, the key here, you don't want to make it flush like this. Basically, every time that I have two of them connecting, well, not all the time, but a lot of the time, I'll take that out so that it creates sort of a gap. And then if you wanted to take some grass here, which I guess they renamed to short grass for some reason, don't quite understand that. But if you have your, what is it called? Force place in Axiom, or if you want to use World Edit, you can just place it like that. I always love to add grass, maybe some ferns, maybe a dead bush, just on top like that, just to give it a little bit more character. And it allows you to texture your build just a little bit more. I'm going to take this one out here as well. Shift this down because as I go up higher, I would like the tree to feel a little bit more fluffy. And I'm using air quotes here when I say fluffy because I know that's not a technical term. But basically, I don't want it to be too blocky up top. So maybe I will take this one out as well. And I'll replace that with some short grass. No, I don't want to overdo it, but we'll just do something like that. And then maybe I'll do the same thing where I'll bring this down like that because I don't really want these two touching. Let's go like that. I might be overdoing it with the short grass, but we'll see how it turns out. Now let's see, I do have some tall grass. Let's see, do I want it there or do I want it here? Maybe I'll keep it up a little bit higher because I'd like the majority of the foliage to be up top. And then I just want a little bit down here instead. I'm also not sure how exactly I'm going to connect to that. Oh, wait, I have an idea. Using the power of Axiom, which I believe is, yeah, if you turn this one on and you right click, you can bring that out. And then here's a little trick that one of my friends taught me. If you take a lever, you can put that like that, and then there you go. Now, obviously, if you're up close, you're like, why is there a lever in the tree? But if you're back here, maybe across the street, you might not notice, which I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool. Now, I may do the same thing here. So I'm going to bring this out. Again, with Axiom, I'm just right-clicking and using the lever. Do that. And there you go. Looks like a tiny little branch that's sticking out. Pull that out there. We'll place this one back in there. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe I'll pull this one out here as well. There you go. Okay, so now I'm really using Axiom to my advantage. You should be able to use a debug stick as well if you are playing in just regular old vanilla. But so far, that looks pretty good. Now, the only thing that I would like to change And maybe we'll do a little bit of edits to the foliage here in a second, but this is all made of spruce fence. And down here, there's a whole bunch of them. So maybe I'd like to take some oak fence and just very, very subtly, I could replace maybe 1 or 2 of them, but I don't want to overdo it. So if we try that, actually, I have an idea. If we take some dark oak instead, maybe that could work a little bit better. So what if I replace that one, pull that out once again, and there you go. So there's a little bit of variation. So now I kind of want to take that one out, and maybe instead you could do that. There you go. That's not too bad. Just having a fence gate, and then you place it and then open it. Little bit of variation. I think that looks good, especially because you have all these shadows in here. I am using Bliss shaders, by the way, and Distant Horizons, obviously. Cool little ship down there, by the way. But yeah, if you have shaders, then it's going to blend in a little bit better with these shadows when you change up these textures. But I think without shaders, it should also look pretty decent. Now on this side, it does look a little more fluffy, especially because we have this tall grass. But on this side, it looks quite blocky. So maybe let's do some work on this side. I'm just looking around my yard here. I have a whole bunch of different types of blocks. So let's see if we can pull something to make it work with that. I don't know which ones I would want to replace. Let me do some thinking. Let's give this a try, actually. Take that one and that one out. And then if we just put tall grass, there you go. It does feel kind of circular now, so I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I don't want the entire tree to be made up of grass. Because I know a lot of you guys, if you don't have Axiom, it's probably going to be pretty tough for you to make. But either way, I think the principles still apply. What if we take out that one, put that one there, take out that, put that one back there, and do that one? No. What if we take that one there, and then maybe put some grass there? That looks a little bit better. Okay, that's not too bad, I don't think. Okay, there you go. There's a little tree. I don't think that looks too bad. Now, it's not super overwhelmingly large, which is good. That's what I want. You can still see some of the branches. Actually, from this side, you can kind of see the whole trunk. What if I take a fern and then I just place it right there? How about that? Does that work? That definitely helps. Now, I guess another question, do I even want that one going all the way up there? Let's see. What if I take this out? And what if I replace that there, and then I'll pull that? Nope, that's not what I want. Put this one on top of there. That looks way better, actually. Yeah, that doesn't look bad at all. And then this one kind of feel like, you see how it's kind of sticking out over that one? I don't know why Minecraft does that, but it does do that for some reason. So what if I take that one there, and then maybe I put something a little bit smaller on top? Let's see, what have we got? These are wheat seeds, so if I do this, and then place that on top, and with Axiom, I can right-click, make it a little bit taller. I know the shade of green isn't exactly the same as the others, but if it's on top, I don't think it looks too bad. There you go. There's a cute little tree. Could it be taller? Yes. But you got to be patient. It's got to grow. So basically, just to recap, take a bunch of materials, throw it on the ground, take a bunch of foliage, throw it down there. And then if you have a garden nearby and you have more foliage, there you go. That's an even bigger palette. Start by going up with the trunk of the tree. Make the branches that branch off. Use some levers if you want some diagonal looking branches, just like that. It might not look amazing up close, but if you're across the street or you're just kind of walking by, chances are you're not even going to notice it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take some full leaves, add them all the way around. Make sure that you can't see the entire trunk of the tree, which is why I shifted it over here. So cover it up with the full leaves and then slowly replace it with grass, tall grass. You have some wheat seeds, maybe a dead bush. Just little things like that, little ferns, or whatever else you can find really that you think looks good without going too crazy with it. And then on top, maybe add some grass, wheat seeds, just so it kind of pokes out and makes it look a little bit fluffy so it doesn't look too blocky. And there you go. That's how you make a little tree. If you like this video, click like. If you really like it, click subscribe. This house behind me, I am working on it right now. It does have full floor plans inside, and there's also some structural stuff up inside the roof. But I'm going to be making a video about that once this house is done. I'm going to show you how to build it. So make sure to subscribe, get that bell on. Make sure to check out my website, alpine1.co. The link is in the description. Check out City Design 101. I have a Patreon if you'd like to support my work, but there's lots of good stuff on that website. You can also download this world. It does not include this stuff yet, but if you'd like to download Sequoia, or even apply for Builder, because, hey, we have a lot of house plots that need to be filled in. Go to my website, check it out. See you next time. Goodbye.